Hello, everybody. I hope everybody's doing well. As y'all know, we have this great snowstorm headed to Birmingham, and yeah, our office is on 280, and I just refuse to get stuck on 280, so I decided to come home. But either way, still wanted to bring you guys our video. I know a lot of you do watch, and a lot of you do appreciate it, so we want to remain consistent. So either way, Ashley talked last week on the importance of saving money to purchase a home. One of the most important topics, I think. Before anybody even talks about looking at a house, we need to have some money in the bank. So that's why we started there. Today, I'm kind of just going to pick up from where she left off and talk about a few steps that we have to follow. Now, before I say that, I don't know if all of y'all are watching my videos, though, because a lot of the questions I get, I already have talked about. But either way, it's cool. I want to make sure I focus and answer the questions that I'm usually getting. And a lot of my questions are pertaining to first-time buyers. So that's why we keep, kind of dwelling on these same topics. But either way, here we go. First thing you need to talk about is your credit. Credit score needs to be a safe 640. There are several banks that will go 620. I even have some that go 580. But in order for this deal to go as smooth as possible, let's get the credit as high as we can get it. Second thing, we need to talk about saving money. There's money outside of the down payment that you will need. Roughly about $1,800 between inspection, earnest money, and appraisal. So that's money that you're going to have to spend, and that's regardless of what lender or what realtor you use. But outside of that, if you do a normal FHA loan, your down payment is going to be 3.5% of the loan amount, which means whatever amount you take out, just calculate 3.5%, boom, that's your down payment. Moving forward after that, once you get that approval, that's when you and your actual realtor can start looking. There's really no point looking at houses prior to being approved because we don't know what you can buy. So for example, say if I show you a house that's $150,000 and you kind of say, okay, I like $150,000, but then you're approved for $200,000. Now everything that I've shown you, you're probably not going to want to buy because now that you know that you could buy more, you're going to want to start over and look at $200,000 houses. So first thing is approval. Second thing, then we go look at houses. Once you get out there and start looking at houses, please understand there's no such thing as a perfect house. We're going to have to do some compromising with that. Not settling, but compromising. But either way, that's the next step. After we find the house, that's when we will do what's called making an offer. Please understand that making an offer is not just the price. We're going to be negotiating about 5 other things, such as closing costs, home warranty, termite bond, survey, appliances. I mean, you can ask for anything. I've had one person who saw that we had a 4-wheeler in the garage, and they actually asked for our 4-wheeler. And the crazy thing about it was my seller was going to do it if he hadn't already sold it. So please understand, when you're negotiating an offer, it's a lot of things involved with that. Once you get your offer accepted, now you're what's called under contract. So I'm pretty sure you see all the time I post, hey, another house under contract. Doesn't mean the house is sold, just means that the buyer and seller have agreed on terms and they're moving forward with the purchase. Under contract typically takes 30 to 45 days. Although I do have some lenders that can do it faster. Great example, my man Steve in Washington. We just got an offer accepted. We was in a multi-offer situation, and the main deciding factor was he said he can close in 15 days. So make sure you're using lenders that have a few options, because that could be the difference between getting your offer accepted or not. After that, going through the underwriting process is going to be sometimes stressful, sometimes painful. However, you got to do it. So it is what it is. Once the underwriter gives you the final approval, that means to clear the close. That's when we will go to the closing table. If you have any money that is due, it will be needed to be brought or wired to the closing attorney that day. And that's when, we post our pictures and, do selfies and Instagram videos and pop champagne. If you're closing with me, I like to have fun. But either way, that's it, man. So I just gave y'all about the 4-minute rundown from getting approved to the closing table. So either way, call me if you have any questions, 205-253-8017. And as always, it's your dream. Let us make it come true. Peace. Y'all stay warm.